What's up, YouTubers? King of Lions here. Welcome to part 2 of the reviews for my 2012 S4. Today I'm going to be going over all the interior mods, the performance mods, and also I'll be going over the PlastiDip product. Okay, and with that, let's get started with the part 2 reviews. So for the first thing, going over the interior LED light kit by Ziza. I got this from ECS Tuning. It was one of my first upgrades that I ever did. It completely changes the car. It allows you to see the car how it's supposed to be. Just brightens the car up a lot. It has the overhead, the maps, the mirrors. It has all 4 doors. It has the rear map, and it has the trunk. It also has a glove box. So for the cost of the interior lights, it was $50 on sale. They're $100. I'd still buy them for the $100, and I would still use them because they'd be long lasting and they're awesome. So I'm gonna give that a 10 out of 10. For the durability, they're LEDs, so they're gonna last forever. So they'll get a 10 out of 10 there as well. For the looks, 10 out of 10. For the function, absolutely 100% 10 out of 10. So highly recommend it. The link below is gonna take you right to the page on ECS Tuning where you can buy the product. On to the next interior product I'm going over. It's gonna be the Tune to Air by Bovie. I feel like this is another product that you just have to have if you have the Audi B8. And it just has the Bluetooth phone connection. Because hey, I want to listen to music that's on my phone. That's that simple. I don't want to listen to the radio or an SD card or CD. So that's just out the window. So this product is $79.99 when I purchased it. For the cost, it's going to get a 10 out of 10. Durability, there's no reason that that thing should ever be seeing any damage. The looks, it's in my glove box. I don't ever see it. Granted, if I had it out and about, I would say, yeah, you know what, that's pretty clean. But I don't want to see it. I want to make sure that it's tucked away. I want to forget about it. I just want to make sure it works. Function, this is the only thing that's not going to get a 10 out of 10, only because it doesn't display YouTube information and it doesn't display Pandora information. It does allow you to skip tracks on Pandora. It doesn't allow you to skip tracks in YouTube. I knew this when I was buying it. It's not like it was a surprise. Oh wow, no, it's not going to do that for me. It's not an issue. I wanted to buy it strictly so I could play music. Although it would be nice if it did. So because of that, I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10. I'm going to bring it down to a 7 out of 10. So the overall score for that is 37. Absolute must have. All right, on to the exterior. The next mod that I'm going to be going over really encompasses a lot. I'm going to be going over the PlastiDip. So PlastiDip is a great product. Has a lot of uses. I originally bought a black sapphire rim kit for the PlastiDip. Came with a hand sprayer, just clips onto the top of the can so you don't have to press down on the spray. After applying 7 coats to the rims, I can imagine you're gonna have to start switching fingers. They're gonna start cramping up with the kit. I think it was $30. There's no reason not to do it. I used it on the peelers. So I took the peelers from a silver chrome finish to the black sapphire, and it comes with the glossifier. It brings out the shine of the black sapphire a lot more. Now it does absolutely fade after a couple months, and depending on the climate that you live in, the weather that you're dealing with, and the amount of brake dust that you're gonna have. Overall though, I was very happy with how it came out and how much it changed the look of the car for just the fact of the simple application. And I also just picked up some matte black PlastiDip. I used it on the front crash bar because the front crash bar is silver and it's very noticeable once you have the RS4 grill on there. It just pretty much stands out and you don't even look at the grill anymore. You're just looking at the crash bar. So I applied PlastiDip to that. I also applied it to the emblems, especially the V6T, because it is not turbo, it is supercharged. The rear S4, got rid of the 4, just have the S. What I'm thinking about doing now is making the Audi logo on the back red to kind of go with the S and also with the rims. And I might just black out the S4 altogether. So besides the emblems, the rims, and the crash bar, I also used it on the taillights. That was actually pretty awesome. And honestly, if I had a silver, if I had a blue, if I had a green, I don't care what it would be, I'd rather have the black taillights than the bright red ones. You definitely need a high glossifier for that one because you want at least 4 coats, but you don't want to do 4 coats of the black. If you do 4 coats of the black, there's not going to be any light that shines through in the end. So I did 2 coats of the matte black, 2 coats of high glossifier, which turned out amazing. Oh, and also there was one other thing I did with the PlastiDip. I did the chrome trim. I have a video posted for that as well. Overall, the biggest fail for me was the chrome trim. From what I saw, it would be the most difficult application, and without question, it was the most difficult application. You can watch a video and find out why I had issues with that. Maybe you can try it out on your own and make sure to avoid those things that I talk about in the video. But yeah, back to the review of the overall Plasti Dip. For the cost, it's getting a 10 out of 10. For the durability, gonna get, say, 7 out of 10. It's not a long-term product. For the looks, without me even knowing much about how to apply it from the first go, it looked great. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. It doesn't look like it's a quality paint, but it doesn't look like you just taped something on there either. For the function, that's getting an easy 10 out of 10. Like I said, I used it on so many different things, and there's still more things that I can do with it. It's a must-buy, just for all the different applications you can use it for. Find out some of them you don't like, some of them you do like. In the end, it's going to be something you're happy that you purchased because of just what you can use it for. So the last thing I'm going to go over today is the performance mods that I've done to the vehicle, or I can say maybe just the under the hood mods, because there's also the dipstick I want to talk about. So I'll just talk about that first. I got it for I think $20 off ECS Tuning. You don't have to worry about after you change your oil going through the MMI and resetting it, setting it, waiting for it to measure, and make sure that you did it properly and that it worked, and okay, you have the right amount of oil. You just use it like a typical dipstick. You put it in, you take it out, you wipe it, you put it in, you see how much oil you have. If it's not enough, you put more in. If it is enough, you're good to go. 40 out of 40, must buy right away as soon as you buy your vehicle. The Stage 1 tune from Integrated Engineering. Just check out the video here. There's a couple different steps that you have to make sure that you do in order to have a smooth, clean install of the Stage 1 tune. For the cost, it's under $1,000, 10 out of 10. My vehicle gained about a little over 80 horsepower on the 93 octane, and with torque I think it was 70. I don't know right off the top of my head. Just watch the other video, the Stage 1 tune, and I'll go over all the numbers from the website, from the Integrated Engineering website. Now I also have the other video here for the Stage 1 1-month review, how I feel about it, and I have a couple car runs with it as well, so you can see about how quick it's moving. For the looks, now it doesn't have really any changes as far as the car look. What it does do is when you see my face, when I'm flooring it, it's like, whoa! So yeah, that's pretty awesome. And then maybe when I look next to me and I see the face of you as I'm flying by you and you're like, whoa! I'll give it a 10 out of 10 for that. Function, 100% 10 out of 10. Durability, you're just using everything that Audi has already developed and designed for the vehicle. You're just making the supercharger a little bit more available to the vehicle, increasing the horsepower and the torque for it. But because you're making slight alterations to the original OEM design, I'll have to give it a 9 out of 10 because it's not stock. So overall, I'm going to have to give it a 39 out of 40. That close to being perfect, but I got to be a little tough on it.
Coming up soon, I'll have a review for the Chamberlains because I've only had it for about a week. I don't want to review it just yet. I want to see how a couple of different applications can actually change the conditioning of the leather. We'll go over just the first application today.
With one condition, I don't really see a change. The interior already looked pretty amazing. It didn't make it worse, so I'll give it that.
But I do notice a difference with the steering wheel. The steering wheel definitely darkened up. I believe there's an area here that I didn't cover, or at least maybe apply as much conditioner as I should have. Because looking at it right there, compared to right there, you can see a huge difference in the color. And before I applied the conditioner, it looked like this all over.
This area here is going to be one of the spots I think is going to be best for this conditioner. It feels soft to the touch. Upon a couple different applications, I'm really hoping to see that go away.
I got to give a shout out to one of my subscribers, Michael. He actually let me know another use for the reset button on the windshield wiper column. When you open up the door and you get that beep, quick way to turn that off so you're not annoyed or losing your mind. You hit that reset button and bam, that's off. Appreciate that. Huge help, especially with recording. It's not going to be so damn annoying. Thank you. So if you haven't seen part 1 of my V8 S4 mod review, you can check that out right here, right there. If you have any questions, check out my playlist. I have more in-depth coverage of the interior, the exterior, and the performance mods. Make sure to subscribe. Click the little bell. I have new videos coming out every week.
This is King Lions.
Thank you, sir. And thank you for coming.
Peace.